This is Chapter 5, Project 2A. It's about splitting windows and edit cells. So when you have a large table on a sheet, sometimes you want to keep certain part of a table stational, and then the rest of table kind of you can move it left and right or top and bottom. So one way to do or handle that kind of situation is that splitting the sheet. So you're not actually splitting up the sheets into pieces, but you change the view so you can manipulate the views. So go ahead and click on the View tab, and then under the in the Windows group, click on Split. Split will give this kind of a bluish, grayish, thick border. And if you just look at, so let's say point and click on the browser, you can see kind of almost like a double vision, because down here you have like a, for example, Chapter 5 Project 2A text box. But if you scroll down, you see it here too. So what's going on? Well, basically it split the this sheet, and then you have like a copy upstairs, and then actually if you want to use the lower half, you can just scroll up and you see it right here. So you can see the same table at two different places. And for that matter, if you scroll to the left and right, and now you have 4 identical views in a way. And that is what splitting view is, splitting sheet is. So you can look at one sheet from different segments. And so what can you do with this? Well, for example, let me just move it to the right here, and then here. So you can move this divider left and right, and depending on what you want to do. So for example, I'm going to move this vertical divider all the way to between column A and B, and then scroll to the left. All right, so now I can have this the column A always visible. Let me just make it down here. All right, so if I had, for example, if I had like a total down here, total row, oopsie, I don't want to mess things up. Okay, what happened here? Okay, so I somehow messed it up here. Don't worry, because I look at the column heading, I am way to the right, so I need to go back to the left. So I use my arrow key to go back. Okay, there you go. Actually, I have horizontal navigation bar here, so you can use that too. Anyway, if I had a total, and let's say you want to see the total all the time, then you can kind of match it right here. So let's say instead of in use, let's say that was a total, so you can set it up so you can see always the total. You can always see the hours. And let me just set this up. And then you can move around here in the detail table there. So that's how you do it. And let's say sometimes, you know, if you do it all the time, probably you may want to freeze. Let's see. And just move it down here. And then let's say you want to just keep it this way. You can freeze the this pane. So again under the View tab, and then click on where is it? Yeah, here it is. Freeze panes. So this is one pane. Here's another pane. Here's another pane. So we have 4 panes, and it's like a Windows. So click on that, and then click on freeze pane. So it keeps rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls up and down, left and right. Okay, so click on it, and there you go. So the thick border I changed to a thinner line, so you can go left and right, and notice that the first column is frozen. Okay, so that it doesn't move. And down here, it's the same, more or less the same thing there. All right, so that's how the freezing, or the splitting sheets, and then freezing the pane. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put cell L4. So where's L4? There. So I guess I'm gonna just put more data there. So it's a 2310. Enter 12. Enter 5. Enter 9. Enter 11. Enter 95. I'm using my 10 keypad here. 5, and then go back up. December, it's going to be 2210. Enter 5. Enter 7. Enter 8. Enter 12. 120. 1830. Enter. So there you go. I updated it, and I'm going to go ahead and save this as L1C5P2-4 equip report. So go ahead and click on save it. Okay, and then we're going to move on to project 2B. And oopsie, 2B, let me change the color so it'll be more distinguishable. And let's say this time maybe yellow, and font, it's gonna be maybe green, dark green, blue, not green, purple, no, green. Okay, so now it's project 2B. 2B is about naming a range of cells. So let me just go to the sheet 2 first, because that's what they asked for, and then I enter the data that the textbook asked for. So I'm looking at page number 177, and I did step 1, and then step 2 is automatically adjust the column width of column width A. So I just double click when I have the double-headed arrow, so double click between A and B, and it adjusts the width of the column automatically, and then center and bold the text 1A through 1, I'm sorry, A1 through AB. So center it and bold it, and then step 3, okay, go to sheet 1, and then select the cells B5. Where's the B? So I need to go left here. So B5, why B5? Okay, B5. Why not B4? Well, anyway, I'm gonna just follow what the textbook says. B5 through M5. So click on B5, and then just go to the right, M5. There, right? So before I click on M5, I press and hold down the Shift key, and then click on it. So that selects the range of cells. Okay, so I see So I selected all the cells that belong to avoidable delays. That's from January all the way through December. Okay? And then right here, here's a formula bar, and the left of the formula bar, here it is, right now it says B5. This is a name box, also known as address box. So click on it, and then you can replace it. Just type AD hours, so that's avoidable delays hours, and hit the enter key. So here, because I selected the range of cells from B5 all the way through M5, that range of cells now has a name, that is AD hours. And when you give it a name, give a name for a range of cells or just one cell. Anyway, when you change the name, be sure that you do not put any blank space. So for example, putting a blank space between D and H is not okay. So you must not have, that's invalid name format. So that's 88 hours. That's correct. Sometimes if you really want to, you can put a special character such as underscore, so that it's a little bit easier to read for human being. But for Excel computers, doesn't matter. Okay, so I named the range of cells, and I can do something with it. Okay, let's go back to sheet 2. And then let's click on B3. So here's a B3. So we are going to calculate the total of avoidable delays. So that's for the whole year. So the year is, it doesn't say what year it is. But anyway, all the way, I want to add these numbers up that belongs avoidable delays, and then display it on another sheet here, and I use a formula, equal sign, sum, open parentheses, and then usually we put range of cells, don't we? Let's say B5 colon M5. Of course it's not going to work because this cell range that is I'm thinking about the sheet 1, but here again we have another B5 through M5 here. Oopsie. Right? So it's pointing at these blank cells. So anyway, that's kind of a normal, usual way. But here, since we named the range of cells in sheet 1 here, and then I can use that, and I can actually highlight, and you see it shows in the formula, and hit the enter key. Or the way textbook shows is that you can just type it in like a sum, open parentheses, AD hours, and close parentheses, and hit the enter key, because that is a range of cells, the name of the range of cells, just like, you know, B5 colon M5, that's a range of cells, and this one has a name instead of cell references, column and rows. Oopsie. Instead of using, you know, B5 colon M5, you use the name, which is that. And you can do the same thing for, let's say, unavoidable. flipping the page, and so I'm gonna just keep doing that all the way. So I'm looking at page number 178, and you kind of get the picture here. So first you need to give it a name for the range of cells. So click on it and hold it, drag it all the way to December, and then give it a name as here so that's UD hours, and then I'm gonna just give it a name here since we're here, and that is all hours. That's repair. And then servicing, that is S hours. Okay, go back to sheet 2, and here some open parentheses, and we are dealing with UD hours. So unavailable hours and close parentheses. There you go. And total delay hours. Okay. So I can just I assume that I can just add them up. That's the total delay hours, 255. And let's put the repair. So that's sum open parenthesis all hours, I believe. And then this servicing is sum open parenthesis S hours, and hit the enter key. And let's see. Am I missing something? Let me take a look at. So I guess I'm gonna put the total here too. Auto sum. That's good. And then go back to sheet 1. And then, by the way, since we have a bunch, a few names of ranges, if you click on this drop down menu, you have different names. So if you click on 80 hours, click on it, then it takes you back to that range of cells. Or if you choose a different one, 80 hours or all hours or S hours. So it's kind of a neat tool to, sometimes it's kind of hard when you have a bunch of range of names of cell ranges, but because there's no column and row coordinate in the names, sometimes it's very hard to find it. But if you come here, you have all the entire list of all the names, cell range names, so you can find it there. All right, so let's apply some changes to both sheet 1 and sheet 2. So I'm going to group them by clicking on the sheet 1 and then press and hold down the control key, and then click on sheet 2. So 1 and 2 are selected. So now whatever the changes that I apply here, so for example page layout, and it is asking me to change that to landscape orientation, and then put okay, it's processing, and then let's say change the footer. Let's put something in the footer. So okay, it's taking time. I'm not sure why it's taking time, but it is. And let me go ahead and pause it to save time here. Okay, now it's all done. It changed to landscape. Let me go back, go to the file, and print, and now it is rendering. There you go, is landscape. Okay, so let's go ahead and insert some kind of a footer element. Not compatible freeze panes. Okay, if we, all right, so before we put header or footer elements, I need to unfreeze. So click on OK. All right, so it unfreezed. So because I see this line, that's the split pane. And since we are here, let me go ahead and change that first. See, can I do that? No, I need to get out of the editing mode of the header and footer. So double click. No, okay, somehow it is taking time. Again, somehow this Excel application is slower. All right, so I'm out here. Come on. I'm using this Excel that is on a remote server, so things are not exactly the same. So there you go. Now back to normal, and I'm gonna click on the split under the View tab and click on Split, so that will take away the split. So this is like a toggle switch on and off depending on which mode you are in. It goes to the opposite mode. Okay, and let's go back to Insert and then Header and Footer, and then I'm gonna put what do they want me to do? Let's see, your name and page number in the footer, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to the footer. Okay, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Alright, not sure why it's so sluggish. Oh, okay, so insert, header and footer. Come on. Okay, it's I'm not sure why, but come on, keep going. There you go. And click, and then all the things that we can put it in here on the Design tab is page number. Oh, I guess my name first. One space, page number, and what else do they want? And date. So I give it one space. Current date, and that's it. Yeah, let me get out by double clicking, and then I'm gonna go ahead and save it and do the print preview. And it's rendering. And it's taking time. So anyway, so you get the picture. Well, you didn't get the picture, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pause it here. Okay, that took a little while. Anyway, it's landscape, and there's a name, page number, and the date. So that's it. That's for project 2B, and we'll move on to C. So this is chapter 5, project 2C, and I'm going to try to change this to C, but it's not letting me. So what's going on? Here the issue is that these two sheets, sheet 1 and sheet 2, they're they are grouped together now. So you can do certain things such as changing the formats and layouts and certain common cells and things like that. But this text box, no, doesn't work. So I'm going to just ungroup them. And now they are separate and independent. And then I can go in there and I can change that to C. And I'm going to change the change the background to be something different. Let's say pink. Okay. Something brighter, such as yellow. There you go. So this is 2C, and it is about, again, arranging the view here. In this case, we're going to arrange and work with different workbooks. So not only we have sheets, worksheets, and we can have multiple Excel files open at the same time. Okay, so let's go ahead and then let's go ahead and open the file. So go to File and then Open, and inside of a Chapter 5 folder we have DI Jobs. So where is it? DI Jobs, and then hold down the Control key, and Control key allows you to select more than one item at a given time. So let's say hold down and then EP Sales. Where's the EP Sales? So hold down the Control key, click on EP Sales. Notice that these two items are selected now. And then FinCon. Hold down the Control key, click on FinCon, and then RP Fact Access. So I assume it's down here. Control key, RP Fact Accounts. Okay, and then click on Open. What happened? Nothing much. Well, it is right now the active worksheet right now is RPF fact accounts .xls. So if you wanted to change that, there are different ways, but you can click on View tab, and then you can click on the Switch Worksheets, and then click on Drop Down menu, and then we have 5 files open at the same time here, and the textbook is asking to make a DI Jobs to be active, so that one. So click on it, and there you go. It comes up to the top. Notice that the other file, the first file that you saw, it didn't get closed. It just went behind the scene. So whatever you type, it goes into that sheet that belongs to this Excel workbook. So that's basically the deal. Okay. So let's see if there's a way that you can look at or access all these workbooks at the same time. Well, there's a way on the View tab, and you can click on Arrange All. So that's part of the Windows group. Okay, Windows tool group, and then click on Arrange All, and then this time the textbook wants to arrange with tiled. So that's the first option here, and then go ahead and click on OK, and then it's got all turned into little tiles. So you can click here, and then you can click here. You can scroll up or down or up, or this one you can click on it, and then you can go to the right or left. So it'll be really helpful if you had a big monitor, like a 27-inch monitor that you can open big Excel window, and within it you can have all these workbooks open. Or for that matter, you could have more than one screen, so you can have a left screen and right screen, but continuous. That's very nifty, and a lot of accounting or finance people use that. They have multiple screens, but for one computer, so you can see, big kind of a spread out worksheets in Excel. Alright, so let's move on. So the first one was tile, and then let's go back to arrange all, and this time horizontally. Click on OK. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, you can spend some time to figure it out what all this means. Basically, one Excel workbooks, second one, third one, and fourth one, and fifth one, and so on. So that's that. And then let's try the vertical. Click on OK. Well, this one is a little bit more reasonable. And then let's go back to arrange all, and this time cascade. Cascade is nice. In this way you can click on it, click on the title, and then you can go here and so on. And of course you can here you can use switch windows. You can use that. Okay. Alright, so next stop would be hiding and unhiding. So while djjobs.xlsx is active, so that's the active workbook, and let's say so for some reason you wanna work with this workbook. Let's say you want to link it or copy or look at it and so on, but somehow let's say you want to just hide it, well, for whatever situation, circumstance that requires, and perhaps not sure exactly what circumstance that will require to hide it, but you can. Okay, let's take a look at it. So while that's workbook is active, you can go ahead and click on hide. So click on, so this is, we are hiding DJ jobs. Hide it, and it disappears. And it not only disappears, but also it goes away from this switch windows. So it's, in a way, it's kind of a DI jobs is kind of off the list right now. But the thing is, it is not closed. So that's the thing. So I guess you can think of a situation that let's say you have like a multiple workbooks open. Perhaps you think it too much, but sometimes you may need to, for example, link between cells of different workbooks. Not only different worksheets, but you can link between workbooks. And then to make that happen, you need to have both workbooks open, and then you can link it. perhaps you don't want to keep both workbooks open or visible because you already have too many workbooks open. Okay, so perhaps that'll be a reason to use hide. But if you hide it, you can unhide it too. So go ahead and go back to the View tab and click on in the Windows group, and then click on Unhide. And you have this Unhide dialog box. There's only one item that is hiding that you hid. So click on OK, and it comes back up. And then if you look at the list, there it is. It is actually active right now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close all this. Don't save it. Close it. Close it. Don't save it. Close it. Close it. So it's all closed. There's nothing in it. So you can go ahead and click on File and click on New, Blank Workbook, and Create. So that way, I'm going to maximize it. That way, you have a new workbook open. All right. So I'm going to pause it for now. So this is project 3B. It talks about minimizing and maximizing windows. So let me go ahead and open a file called, let's see, where's it open? There you go. I'm going to open DJ jobs, and it is maximized right there. Right now I see the restore button, so that means that it's maximized. Okay, and I'm going to open EP sales. Go to File, Open, and then EP sales. I'm going to double click on EP sales, and there you go. Evergreen products, and make the following changes. Tile the workbooks. Okay, where is the tiling the workbook? It's on the View, and then Arrange All, and I'm going to tile and click on OK, and I have 3 things open. So this book 2 is a blank book. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Click on the X. And do you want to save? No, I don't want to save it. And then I'll just go ahead and retile it. Arrange all, tile it, and click on OK. And then make the DJ jobs book active. And then minimize DJ jobs. How do we minimize it? You can click on that. So that'll minimize. And where did it go? I don't know. Is it here? Over there? Or I can click on that. Or that. Okay, come on. Okay, there you go. Click on OK. Well, I'm not sure what happened to the first file. So let me go back to the normal. So how do we get the let me go ahead and this to be active cell, and then minimize it. Okay, let me go ahead and minimize it. Oh, there you go. If once we minimize, you can see it there. See, that's the DJ jobs, and this is a EP sales. So let me restore that. Oh, or I can click on the title bar here, click, and then you can drag it. You can drag it over there, and then oops, I didn't mean to close it. Restore, and I can bring it over here. Or for that matter, I could have used switch windows. So let me do that and then switch windows. Okay, so you didn't really lose anything here. All right, so let's talk about copying and pasting cells from one worksheet to another worksheet in different workbook. So let's I'm going to maximize the DI jobs workbook, and then I'm going to save this file under different name, which means that I am creating a duplicate file, duplicate workbook. So I'll have two workbooks because I save it as, and I'm going to save it as L1C5P2-4 jobs. Okay, and then click on save. So now I have two identical files under two different names. So basically I duplicated the first one. Okay, all right, so let's see. We are going to get, so right now I'm looking at L1C5P2-4 jobs workbook. Let me go to switch here and then go to the original. Okay, so no, this is not the original. This is ePay sales. I'm gonna go ahead and close this guy because I don't think I need that. Okay, so let me go back to switch. Oh, okay, I know what happened, because I saved it as that. I saved as the DI jobs, and that because I saved it as, it effectively closed the original. So I'm gonna have to go back, file, open, and then DJ jobs, open it. Okay, come on. Okay, now DJ jobs is active workbook, and then we're gonna copy A3, that one, through D10. So control, I'm shift key and D10, highlighted it, and then go home and then copy it, and then I don't think you can see it, but on the taskbar at the bottom of your screen you'll see a little bit of Excel over here, the blue Excel icon. If you hover over, then you can see two names, okay, because I have two Excel workbooks open. So I'm going to go click on that. So that's another way of navigating between different workbooks. Of course, you can always go to view and switch workbooks. Okay, you can do that too. But you can use this kind of hover over and choose it. Okay, now L1C5P2 is active. Okay, and then did I actually still have that copied? Yeah, it's still going. So you can kind of see if the clipboard is still active. So it's still there. Okay, so that's good. Sometimes this goes away. So I want to make sure that I have still copied. Okay, and then make us here A8 over here. Okay, then make that active, and then paste the button, paste button in the clipboard. Okay, they still want to, yeah, okay, it's fine. All right, so is that what they want? I think, there you go. And then make E7. Where's E7? That one? And fill handle. Not sure what that is. What is that? E7. Make E7 active and then drag and fill handle down to E15. I don't have that. Okay, maybe I messed up here, or the textbook is wrong. But anyway, that's not critical. The key thing is you can copy and paste within the sheet, or between sheets, or between workbooks. And that's the main thing about this project. All right, so we're going to move on to the next project. All right, this is a project 4. It's about linking cells between worksheets. And for that matter, you could actually do the you can link between workbooks as well. Basically the same method. So let's take a look at what we have. Okay, we have list of expenses. We have actual. So these are the actual expenses of these items. And then we had budgeted that way. So for example, salaries, we actually gave out $122,000, but we had budgeted it as $126,000. So we had some saving there. But anyway, we have, this is quarter 1. Let's go to quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. And let's say just, we had the same budget throughout each quarter. Okay, throughout the year, each quarter we have the same budget. So I'm going to copy this. First I highlight it, and then copy it. And then go to second quarter, and then click on C4 to be active, and then click here on the paste, click on the more button, and then down here other paste option. So we remember you could just copy the formula or copy just the value, and this time we're going to copy just the link. Okay. All right, be done with it. Again, this Excel is kind of acting out. So anyway, it copied, and let's go to, okay, still figuring out. Okay, come on. Escape, enter, arrow key. Anyway, on your computer it should be just fine, I guarantee you. Okay, it's just a little bit slower. Okay, what happened? That's not right. Okay, that's better. Okay, so if you look at the formula bar here, it's equal sign, and then single quotation mark, first quarter, close quotation mark, that exclamation mark, that's C10. So basically this cell is linked with that cell. Okay, and that's C10, that's C10 of first quarter, and here this is C10 of second quarter, but in the formula bar it says first quarter. And I'm not going to do third quarter and fourth quarter because this, again, this Excel is, it's kind of acting out. So, okay, let's calculate the variance. So variance means that what's the difference between actual, let's see, is it, let me just, no, actually it's going to be budget minus actual. And so we saved some money, about $27,000. And scroll down. Well, actually, I'm going to delete it because I probably want to do it in the first quarter. Okay, let's do the same thing in the first quarter. Budget minus actual, enter, and then do the autofill. So I have the same, basically same thing, right? I'm going to copy it. Same thing in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Okay, let me go to the second quarter, and then I can just copy it, right? Paste it, and this time we're gonna just do the not value but formula. I'm gonna just copy the formula. There you go. Okay, it worked fast. That's good. And I can do the same thing for the third quarter and fourth quarter, but I'm not going to do that for this video. So, okay, back to first quarter. Press the escape key. Alright, so what happened? So I copied the budget, but not just copied it, and I made a link. Okay? And meaning that if you look at the formula bar here, right, you have this. Alright, so that back to first quarter, and then formula for the variance, the difference, okay, and then second quarter, I copied it. Copied this time just formula, okay, no link. I didn't link it. Alright, so what's the deal? What's the deal of linking these budgets, you know, here and this budget? Well, here's the deal. So let's say you change the budget, something happened, okay, you decided to, let's say C4 instead of $126,000, and you're gonna have $128,000, and then hit the enter key. This change, that makes sense because that changed, so that will change because that's the part of the formula right here, right? The budget is a part of the formula, and budget changed, so that the variant will change. So instead of $4,000, I think it was $4,000, and now it's $6,000. And the exciting part is the second quarter. Come here, and guess what? It changed to $128,000 again, and that the variance, of course, reflects the change because that is linked. That cell is linked to the first quarter. The first quarter over here, that's linked. If I change that to 0, okay, everybody became independent contractor instead of a salary employee. That goes to 0. Guess what happened? Go to the second quarter. Yep, it shows the change right here. You don't have to go every single sheet to make sure that you change. But if you link them, you don't have to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and save this, and that is it. Oh, there's one more. And I think I'm going to just let you do it. It's basically opening Let's see. Okay, I can just quickly do it. All right, so let's undo this. So if you want to, you can highlight this and then copy it, and then you can put it into a Microsoft Word document. So I'm going to open Microsoft Word, and then here you can click on paste. But also you have other options. This time, let's say, click on it, and then you can do that. That's the use the destination style, and that's the default, and that's the link. So link will allow this Word document linked to the Excel workbook. So should there be any update or change in Excel workbook, it will also the change will be reflected here as well. So that's the link, and the link kit source formatting and that sort of kind of things. And then also I want you to okay, hold on. Okay, what's going on? Alright, so that's okay, fine. Let's go back to Word. There's other options of paste. So click here, and then you can click on Paste Special. And then you could just paste it or link it. So it's basically the same deal with the other option. But anyway, I'm going to just keep it just paste. You know, sometimes you want to just paste it, sometimes you want to link it. You don't want to link it for sometimes for whatever reason. So let's say you are just ready to publish something, and everything's, all the layout, page layout is, everything's done, so you don't want to change it. Okay, so that'll be one reason that you don't want to link. But if it is something that is ongoing documentation or a project, then maybe you want to link it. Anyway, the point that I wanted to show you here is that you can select this Microsoft Excel worksheet object and then click on OK. That allows a little bit more precise copying. There you go. So that it looks more like an Excel, close to the Excel, doesn't it, compared to that. This is more like a Word style. So if there's a paragraph, so for example here, all these paragraphs and then truncations and blank spaces and so on. So that's what it is. And Excel, there you go. That's the Excel worksheet option. So again, drop down menu, paste special, and then Microsoft Excel workbook object, and click on OK, and then that you get what this is what you get. Okay, all right. So it's been a long demonstration. It's about almost 1 hour. It covers everything from project 2 through 4, and that's the end of chapter 5. All right, thank you.